Good evening and welcome to the member celebration for the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. I'm Mary Claire Olson-Potter, President of the Chamber, and it is my pleasure to welcome you tonight. We have a full program, including a review of the Chamber's accomplishments in 2025, a look ahead to 2026, and some fabulous awards that we're going to present tonight. So at this time, I invite you to continue to enjoy your dinner, and we will start the program at 6:30. Thank you so much. As you continue to enjoy your dinner and your desserts, I would like to recognize those who have served on chamber committees this past year. At your place setting, hopefully all of you now have one, is the 2025 Milestone and Momentum program. And it's also our annual reflections piece that Maria in a few minutes will highlight some of the things that happened in 2025. But also, and there's a list of all of the folks that participate in committees throughout the year. So I want to thank everyone who has served on committees. We appreciate your involvement and could not have accomplished what we've done this past year without your active participation. So a round of applause for all those volunteers. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few guests with us that we have tonight. Mayor Rich O'Connor with the City of Hudson. And his wife, Cindy. Let's never forget Cindy. Common Council member Joyce Hall, representing District 6. And City Administrator of the Year, Brent Mahalik. Congratulations. You're welcome. I apologize. That is just the City of Hudson. Okay.
Barely won it.
I know. It was a close race. It was a tough vote. And I also want to recognize Nate in the back who is taping us. But he's not behind the camera, but I'm sure it's working swimmingly all on its own. So thank you, Nate, with River Channel, Hudson, North Hudson Community Access Television. So we appreciate you being here tonight. We have several sponsors that help support this event each year, and I'd like to give special recognition to those sponsors at this time. A special thank you to our platinum sponsor, Citizen State Bank. Please ask if those representatives please stand and be recognized. Again, this year we had 4 different levels of sponsorships: diamond, gold, silver, and bronze. And we very much appreciate these sponsors helping make this event possible. I'm going to name all of them now, and I ask you to hold their applause until I finish. Our diamond sponsor tonight is First State Bank and Trust. There are 6 gold sponsors: County Market, Hudson Physicians, Market & Johnson, Midwest One Bank, Royal Credit Union, Wisconsin Credit Union, and the following are the silver sponsors: B&B Electric, Beacon Point, CBD Hudson, Eckberg Lammers, Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton, Hudson Hospital, Pier 500, Tullis Property Services Plus Solutions. And the following are the bronze sponsors: Angels Pet World, Bear Ridge Signs, Goodwin & Moore Team, Realty One Group Simplified, Hudco To Go, Hudson Grocery Cooperative, McNamee Real Estate Team, Realty One Group Simplified, Solar Connection, Valley Companies. Would these representatives please stand to be recognized? I would be remiss if I didn't invite others to join us next year in sponsoring this event. And a special thank you to Shelley with the Hudson Flower Shop for being the floral arrangement sponsor and providing all the beautiful floral arrangements. And at the end, I will tell you how a lucky winner from each table could enjoy that. To Dave with Kanoki's, oh, yes. And her theme, if I get it right, Shelley, you had the birds in there as we're soaring into 2026, right? Nice job. To Dave Kanoki with Kanoki's Chocolate and Nuts for being the candy sponsor with the fabulous caramels. I will tell you, 240 caramels were delivered to the chamber office, 239 were brought here because we had a volunteer that had one, so. And to Tattersall Distilling and their entire team for the fabulous job that they do here. Let's join and thank them. And to those who served on the Member Celebration Committee this year, I invite them to stand as I read their name and ask them to remain standing. Angel Dorati with Angel's Pet World. Mark Garrity with St. Croix Bike and Pedestrian Trails Coalition. Melissa Kramer, Wisconsin Credit Union. Katie Krantz, First State Bank and Trust. Linda Lakoski-Ing, Minuteman Press. Mark McNamee Real Estate Team, Realty One Group Simplified. Deb Pittman with Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton. Jacob Skramstad with Cardinal Glass. Leanne Valen with the University of Wisconsin River Falls. And Brian Zeller with Tullis Property Services Plus Solution. Thank you. They do have a difficult job each year determining the winners, so we appreciate their time. I also want to recognize a group of volunteers that stepped up this past week to really help put this event together. Our team organizer, Tava Ellingson. And Jada Fleming from Learning Tree Academy, Miranda Green, Citizen State Bank, Amy Hauser from Leach McSorley Insurance, Linda Lakoski-Ing from Minuteman Press, Caitlin Lambrook with Revive and Restore, Maria McDemus with Citizen State Bank, Maria Schmidt from Wisconsin Credit Union, Leanne Van Allen from University of Wisconsin River Falls, and Lisa Willits with Christian Community Homes and Service. Please join me in giving them a huge thanks. It definitely was a team effort, and I also want to thank Tyler Warlick-Mick, who came back to the chamber for a couple days these past 2 weeks to help put this event. Thank you. I also would be remiss if I did thank my husband, John, for his help and support every day, letting me do what I do, so thank you. Sometimes when you call, he might answer the phone. Sometimes when you receive a packet, it might be from him. If you enjoy the music at the Spirit of St. Croix Art Festival, he sets that up, so thank you. So to do the work that we do, we rely on all of you as members to help us implement the plan of action that the board approves. And we appreciate so many partnerships that help us reach our goals each year. I want to thank Tricia Christensen and her team with Christensen Creative for their continued work elevating the chamber locally and regionally by creating all of our tourism promotions and helping us with chamber events. Thank you, Tricia, and your team. Thank you to the City of Hudson staff, along with elected officials who support our work and help us execute so many of these community events that we do. Thank you so much. And at this time, I want to introduce Corinna Brosey, Events and Program Coordinator with the Hudson Chamber, and ask her to stand and be recognized. So this is where you get to participate a little bit. So running a business or an organization 365 days a year is not an easy task. There have been a number of challenges. I don't know, this happens to me every year. You all know that business has faced over the years. However, you have shown up every day for your team, for your business, and for this community. And we want to recognize each one of you. So we're going to start with anyone to please stand who has been in business for less than a year. I know there's a couple of you in here because a couple are new chamber members. Here we go. Okay. So stay standing. Please stay standing. There's a method to this. So now I'm going to ask if you've been in business for 1 to 5 years to please stand. You see where I'm going with this. Next is 6 to 10 years. All right. 11 to 20 years. I know, see, they keep coming. 21 to 30 years. 1 to 50 years. 51 years to 75 and over. Please stand. This is a very powerful room, and I'm going to invite you at the end of the program to pop over to the photo op where we have numbers where you can take photos with your team for the number of years that you've been in business. So thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for this community. It is because of you that the Hudson Area Chamber has been around for 73 years, and we can do the work that we do each and every day to make Hudson a great place to live, work, visit, and do business. Right? There we go. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the 2025 Treasurer and member of the Success for Six Committee, Marie McAdams with Citizens State Bank, to review the Chamber in 2025. Maria has been incredibly involved this past year, serving on a number of committees and working with staff. She's been extremely helpful and supportive, and I thank her for her leadership. Please join me in welcoming Maria.
Thank you, Mary Claire. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hudson Area Chamber Member Celebration. Tonight is really about celebrating businesses, people, and partnerships that make the Hudson area a strong and vibrant community. This past year was another busy and impactful one for the Chamber, as you can see in the annual reflections piece that Mary referenced earlier. We created many opportunities for our members to get connected through awareness, learning more about the community and key topics through the community affairs forums, Good Morning Hudson, Leadership Hudson, and our roundtables and committees, including the Health and Wellness, Manufacturers and Trades, Nonprofit, and Retail and Restaurant. Members also connected through networking, including Connections and Coffee, Chamber Max, the Job Fair, Let's Do Lunch, and Let's Do Happy Hour. Our members were further connected through Impact, recognizing 12 brand champions, awarding a Chamber Foundation scholarship to a Hudson High School student pursuing the trades, and sending more than 1,920 tourism packets to people interested in visiting Hudson. We welcomed hundreds of visitors to our community for baseball and softball, basketball and hockey tournaments, as well as weddings and family gatherings. With continued work of our volunteers and the Chamber Member Referral Program, we added 74 new members, ending the year with 508 members and a strong 90% retention rate. Members also connected through events, including the Hudson Community Expo with an increased number of booth vendors and 1,540 attendees, the Spirit of the St. Croix Art Festival with 10,000 attendees, and the Christmas Tour of Homes with 1,650 tickets sold. In total, 17,760 people attended Chamber events in 2025, which is an increase of 1,560. I'm going to round up and say almost 2,000, right? From 2024. We also coordinated with partners and donors to present the 7th annual Buena Vista, a Stroll in the Park holiday event, featuring more than 50,000 lights in Lakefront Park and bringing both locals and visitors to Hudson. These results reflect the Chamber's commitment to fostering a thriving Hudson community through collaboration, innovation, and strategic growth. Thank you to our Chamber volunteers who spent countless hours working on these events and programs. To our members, thank you. Thank you for your trust, your involvement, and your belief in the work we do together. None of this would be possible without you, and we sincerely appreciate your continued support. And finally, I would like to recognize Mary Claire for her unwavering commitment to the Chamber and to the Hudson area community. She is not only dedicated and hardworking, but truly inspiring, leading with her passion, positivity, and genuine belief in the power of connection. Her energy motivates those around her. Her leadership continues to strengthen our businesses and our community in meaningful ways. Thank you, Mary Claire.
I mean, this happens every year. You know who I am, and so that's just the way it goes. All right, thank you so much, Maria. Appreciate that. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the 2025 chair for the Chamber Board of Directors, Deb Pittman. Deb has been very active this past year, attending and supporting all the Chamber events, guiding the board, working with staff. She's been extremely supportive and helpful to me, and I thank her for her leadership and dedication to the organization. And I'm so pleased she will continue to serve on the board as past chairs and all the committees, because you just never get to get off them. Anyway, please join me in welcoming Deb.
I would like to introduce and recognize the 2025 Chamber Board of Directors and ask that they stand as their names are announced. Please hold your applause until they are all announced. Jacob Scramstead, Cardinal Glass, current chair. Peter Goodwin, Goodwin and Moore Team Realty, One Group Simplified, chair-elect. Maria McDemus, Citizen State Bank, our treasurer. Dr. Amy Hamlin, Be Healthy Chiropractic, Pamela Klinkvis, Christian Community Homes and Services, Liz Pizzi, Northwood Technical College, David Ritter, Discovery Financial, Amy Slama, the Post-American Eatery, Kevin Urbeck, Haywood, Carolyn Anderson, Jennifer Vaith, Carpenter, St. Croix Valley Nature Center, Blake Willman, Willman Works, and I will continue as past chair this year. Please, round of applause for everybody. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the new board members of 2026, and I ask that they stand as I call their name. Val Ani, the bee's knees. Welcome, Val. Bill Kruger from Croy Gear. He is unable to make it tonight, but we welcome Bill as well. It's great to have you. You'll be voluntold many things, so yes, nominated. We will nominate you to do many things. So welcome. There are two board members leaving us this year. They've completed their terms. Each of them has served 2 terms for a total of 6 years. Each of them, I ask each of you to come forward. Angel Girardi, Angel's Pet World. Angel has served as chair of the board, chairs for the Drive for 5 committee, which is now the Success for 6, and serves on the following committees. This is a long list. Connections in Coffee, have a Hudson Holiday, Hilltop Pumpkin Party in Rotary Halloween Parade, Member Celebration, Hudson Community Expo, I'm gonna need some water. Retail and Restaurant Committee, including past chair, Spirit of the St. Croix Art Festival, Small Business Crawl, Chamber Max, Light Up Hudson, Santa and His Critters, National Night Out, Find Santa, March Lucky Clover. With each of these events, she has helped coordinate, set up, and work the event and tear down. And next we have Linda Lakoski-Ing from Minuteman Press. She has served as the board chair, serves as an ambassador, and she's on the following committees. This is another long list. Connections in Coffee, Hudson Community Expo, the golf tournament, Spirit of the St. Croix Valley Art Festival, setting up the artists, hospitality, Hilltop Pumpkin Party, and the member celebration. Linda has attended countless ribbon cuttings and grand openings along with working on all of the events. She's a fabulous. Yes. And finally, on a very sad note, in 2025, we said goodbye to several outstanding business and community leaders. Ellie Burnley, Marilyn Bradley, Charles By, Bill DeBruzzi, Earl Fox, Sally Freelander, Barb Kendall, Shelley Johnstone, Gary Klund, Richard Metzger, Roger Peterson, Dana Robert Smith, Carol Trainer, and Kenneth Urbick. We thank them for the legacy they have left behind in this community. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Jacob Scramstead, the 2026 Chair of the Board.
Good evening. Deb, on behalf of the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau, thank you for your time and leadership as the 2025 Board Chair. 2025, excuse me, 2025 was another busy year, and you were an integral part of the Chamber's success and ensured that the organization continued to move forward and accomplish its priorities. Your enthusiasm, dedication, and loyalty to the community and the Chamber have definitely made an impact. You were an integral volunteer for so many committees and events this past year. We look forward to your continued involvement on the board. It's not voluntold. I think we decided nominated or even nom-mandated might be the buzzword these days. So on behalf of the Chamber, I'm pleased to present you with this gift that we've prepared.
Good job.
In appreciation for your commitment and dedication.
Thank you.
So looking ahead to 2026, at our recent December retreat, the board and committee chairs spent time reviewing accomplishments and setting plans for 2026. At the January board meeting, excuse me, sorry about that. The board reviewed and approved the plan, approved the 2026 plan of action. It will be posted on the Chamber's website. The following, and they're in your book too, are the top 5 priorities. Membership, deliver recognized value that results in creating awareness and interest in supporting local businesses and growing member businesses. Connections, develop and coordinate engaging events throughout the year that meet member needs. Promotion, increase economic benefits of tourism by showcasing the recreational, cultural, hospitality opportunities that make Hudson area a premier destination for residents and visitors alike. Recruitment and engagement, develop partnerships that help Hudson and employers attract and retain skilled workers, helping them engage with the community and address housing opportunities. And the Chamber Foundation, support the community financially with a focus on advancing education and workforce development opportunities. At this time, I invite Amy Bass, Chair of the Hudson Area Chamber Foundation, to give us an update on the foundation.
Thank you, Jacob. Hi, everyone. I would like to share a few highlights from 2025 and our plans for 2026. The Chamber Foundation is a philanthropic branch of the Chamber with a focus on advancing education and workforce development initiatives within Hudson and the surrounding areas. To advance our education focus, this past year we awarded a $500 scholarship to a Hudson High School graduating senior. This particular graduate is continuing her education at a trade school in Woodbury. Through a donation in 2024, the Raider Works program was able to purchase a food dehydrator for their culinary arts program. And in 2025, the students are now using it to not only dry foods, but also package and sell them at the Raider store. Coming up this May, we are able to offer we're going to expand our reach and offer 2 scholarships to graduating students. For the business community, we help sponsor a St. Croix County housing study in partnership with St. Croix County and the St. Croix EDC. The study was conducted by the Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission and the St. Croix EDC last year, and they will present the results this year. This year, our main focus will be on raising more funds to support our mission and vision. We will be partnering with a grant writer to help us identify and submit applications for various grants. In addition to that, super exciting news, we are hosting our very own pickleball tournament. So watch for details and a save the date coming soon. That's going to be planned for later this fall. We are pleased with our progress and look forward to continuing our work in 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. The board has included measurable goals in the 2026 plan for each program, event, or committee, and will provide quarterly updates to our members. Thank you to the board, committee members, and all the volunteers for your time and participation this year. I look forward to working with all of you in 2026. At this time, I will invite back to the stage Mary Claire to present the Chamber Member of the Year.
Thank you, Jacob. This award is presented to a member in good standing with a minimum of 1-year membership who has demonstrated significant involvement within the organization during the past 12 months. The award recipient is at every event and is truly a champion and promoter of the Hudson Area Chamber. This person is more than willing to do whatever is necessary and always does it with a smile. She also gets her 2 daughters involved as well as her husband. There's a theme. If something needs to be built or fixed or additional help is needed, she finds it. This award recipient volunteers her time for Community Expo, Small Business Crawl, the New Teacher Luncheon, National Night Out, Chamber Max, Hilltop Pumpkin Party, Find Santa, including putting all the winning baskets together, Light Up Hudson, as well as Santa and His Critters. And she also assists with ribbon cuttings when needed on short notice. So when volunteering for these events, she just doesn't volunteer for a few hours. She helps us get ready. She shows up early to the event. She helps us set up. She's there for the entire event. And then she helps us tear it down after it is over. And not only does she do these events, but she also has several fundraising events throughout the year at the business that she works at. She is always ready to jump in and is very excited to get involved. On behalf of the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce, it is my pleasure to present the Outstanding Chamber Member of the Year Award to Erica Johnson, General Manager of Angel's Pet World.
Well, thank you. This is truly an honor. Also, I do want to believe that me and Angel's team, we all do this all together. It's not just me, it's all of Angel's Pet World. Because we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for all of our staff. And thank you to my girls and my husband and Angel and my dad, Al, because we are all here together. And thank you so much.
Congratulations, Erica. Please join me in welcoming Leanne Van Allen with the University of River Falls to present the Small Business of the Year Award.
Thank you, Mary Claire. There are 2 awards for Business of the Year. One is for a business with fewer than 20 employees, and the other for the business representing 20 or more employees. Members were judged based on the following criteria: staying power, response to adversity, innovative products and services, business philosophy, and contributions to the community. This first award will be presented to the business with fewer than 20 employees. This business began on February 7th, 2023, in a 350 square foot space located off Cascade Avenue in River Falls. It started with no customers, but as opening day approached, it was very clear that the Flower Girl was back. It outgrew that space in just 2 months. The business quickly sought a larger location and is now in a 1,300 square foot space just off of Commerce Court here in River Falls. After being there for just over 2 years, it is exploring new space options. In May 2024, this business opened a second location in the Hudson Grocery Co-op. In the co-op, they offer fresh cut flowers and plants. During the holidays, it also features fresh arrangements and outdoor plants. Its near future plans include expanding to a larger site and potentially a third location. In the past 2.5 years, it has grown significantly. This business continually seeks new products and services while always prioritizing the needs and desires of their customers. It has made over 13,000 deliveries. This award recipient has consistently demonstrated community impact through various initiatives, including annual Veterans Day donations of patriotic floral arrangements, the creation of amenity baskets with distribution to local veterans by the American Legion, Easter Sunday plant deliveries to the Minneapolis VA Medical Center, planning for the National Guard Christmas party, organizing National Guard send-offs, Valentine's Day celebrations for the National Guard from 2021 to 2024, and the National Guard picnic held annually for the past 10 years. It participated in the Pedal It Forward event, distributing over 200 flower bouquets. It has also actively supported the local business community by enrolling numerous businesses in various chambers, recommending over 50 businesses, and fostering partnerships that promote mutual benefit and collaboration. This includes preparing over 200 meals for the Children's Masonic Hospital in partnership with Mamie's Restaurant, partnering in the Spirit of the St. Croix Art Festival, and also participating in the Hilltop Pumpkin Party. In addition, they support the 32nd Division, 128th Infantry Delta Company through events such as the Valentine's Ball, the Family Picnic, Deployment Picnic, and Wounded Warrior / Back the Yellow Ribbon Gala. On behalf of the Hudson Chamber, it is my pleasure to present Small Business of the Year Award to Blooms for Happiness, and I invite Tiffany Dukes, owner, and her husband Mike to come join me on stage.
I got it? Okay, good. I hope so. Okay. Thank you to the Hudson Chamber for recognizing me as Small Business of the Year for 2025. I've been part of the Chamber for nearly 15 years, from serving as an ambassador to participating in event committees and being a brand champion this year. This organization has supported me and my business in so many ways. Bloom's operated its doors almost 3 years ago, and it's been an incredible journey. We began, as Leanne had said, in a 350 square foot space in River Falls. 0 customers, nobody. But they knew the Flower Girl was coming back. Within 2 months, we had outgrown our space. In May of 2024, Hudson Grocery Store Co-op invited us for Blooms for Happiness to be part of the co-op. I was so thrilled because I was back with Mark. I would not be here without the support of many people in this room, and some who are no longer with us. Okay, I'm gonna cry. A special thank you to my mom. She's waving her arm. My mom. My mom, Jackie, from day one, she had taught me the importance of hard work, volunteering, giving to others, and not to judge, and above all, her love. She listened to me on the good days and the bad days, hugged me, wiped my tears, and gave me the strength, courage, and the guidance every step of the way. Thank you, Mom. Thank you to my friends and family who have helped me grow personally and professionally. Thank you to the Hudson Grocery Store Co-op for welcoming Blooms into your space. To the Hudson Chamber, Mary Claire, for always believing in me and my shop. Thank you to Citizen State Bank for taking a chance on me. Okay, now I lost my place. For naming me Business of the Month and for your continued support and service. Thank you for the more than 30 nonprofit organizations that Mike and I have helped. We have partnered with them through our Buds Blooms program. Together, we have raised thousands of dollars to give back, and in 2026, we will support 30 nonprofits through this program. To my family and friends, thank you for the pep talks, the hugs, the encouragement, the constant support. And to many local businesses and communities I collaborate with, thank you for growing alongside us and supporting one another. There are two people I especially want to recognize. First is my husband, Mike. Thank you for the hugs, the laughs, the really early mornings like today. Countless deliveries, over 13,000. The Super Bowls throughout the year. We've got one coming up in 2 weeks. And forever never letting me give up. Thank you for always reminding me, you and me, we've got this. The second is my daughter, Kate. Thank you for always being there for me, for listening, creating with me, sending me love, and giving me the extra push I need on hard days. You believe in me even when I forget to believe in myself. And thank you for coming to Wisconsin in negative weather to share this special night with me. I love you. Looking ahead at the big picture for Blooms, in collaboration, success, and community, we will continue supporting local businesses and building partnerships that help everyone grow. We are focused on offering new products and services, keeping prices accessible, and staying true to our values. Some future dreams include owning our own building, adding a flower truck for markets, and possibly opening a second shop location. All of you are the reason that I am here receiving this award, and I wish I could share it with each and every one of you. We are guided by a simple belief about impact, and I truly go by this. You never truly know the impact you have through a hug, a smile, a simple hello, an act of kindness, or a shared laugh. Thank you again, and let's keep blooming together.
Congratulations, Tiffany. Please join me in welcoming Sean Tyler to the podium to present Large Business of the Year.
Thank you, Leanne. I'm pleased to announce the Large Business of the Year. This local business was purchased by a national chain in 2004. It currently has 142 employees. It has offered employment and internships to 30 people with disabilities since 2004. It is deeply rooted in inclusiveness. Throughout the last year, it has endeavored to find more ways to reduce their cost of goods sold so they could pass their savings on to their customers. It participates in the Rotary Golf Tournament and Taste of the Valley. This award recipient supports Hudson Chamber of Commerce, the Phipps Center for the Arts, the Salvation Army Kettle Campaign, local food shelves, and it always provides sponsorships for local schools. It always says yes to donation requests. Nonprofits, take note. It sponsors and participates in St. Croix Riverfest. For 25 years, this business has been instrumental in Hudson's Stuff a Truck food drive. It provides food collection boxes to local area schools, and then it collects those boxes with their trucks and drops the contributions off at the Hudson Food Cupboard. On behalf of the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce, it is my pleasure to present the Large Business of the Year Award to County Market and invite Bryce Erickson, Director of Retail Operations, to come forward and accept this reward.
I'm thankful that Mary and I are the same height for the microphone here. So good evening, everyone. My name is Bryce Erickson from Jerry's Enterprises. I'm Director of Retail Operations for Jerry's Enterprises. They're based out of Edina. We have about 24 stores, and I'm just the spokesperson today. The people that really deserve the recognition for this award are standing with me, so I'll introduce them. We have the store director, Tony Carlson. So if you're in the store and you have an issue at all, at anything, look for him. We have the grocery manager, John Silva, here. We have a newly promoted person. Riley she was the deli manager, but now she's recently promoted as an assistant store director at a different store, Cub West St. Paul, but she's here today as well. And then County Market Hudson has 2 assistant store directors. Recently joined us as Paul Bowden and Melissa Dombreck. So I just have a couple words to say. In 2004, Jerry's Enterprises was really blessed to buy County Market Hudson. And in the tradition of Jerry's, if you know anything about Jerry's, is we really like to treat our employees well and keep employees for a long time. So Jerry's is known, if you don't know about Jerry's, is for having a long tenure and keeping employees for a long time. And if I go through some of the employees up here, like I've been with Jerry's for 32 years. We have Tony, 20 years, 25 years, 20 years. Riley's the only one 8 years. She's a rookie still. But we have Melissa, she is 32 years, and then another 25-year person here, Paul Bowden. So Jerry's, when we bought the store, I think if you still shop at County Market Hudson, you probably see a lot of the same employees from 2004 that now work for Jerry's that were with County Market before. So when I just talk about community strategy, the Jerry's philosophy is for like Tony Carlson, they can be involved in the community as they see fit or as him or her see fit. And Tony does that very well, and the former store directors do that very well. That's why he supports the chambers and sports teams, Stuff a Truck, and even cleaning the river once a year, which I participated in as well. So I just wanted to alert everyone here, you may be aware, but County Market, the name will be changing to Jerry's Foods soon. Nothing's gonna change. It's really just to simplify operations for Jerry's Enterprises so that we can try to leverage better deals for cost of goods and such, and just simplifying operations. So please, actually I believe it's next week, the little acorns and leaves will be gone, and it'll just say Jerry's Foods instead of County Market Hudson. But please don't be alarmed, same people, no changes, just simplification of the operations. So I'm a director of retail operations, so I oversee some stores in a lot of different communities like North Branch, St. Paul, Minneapolis, even Sanibel, Florida. And I guess I just want to say, Mary, and for the mayor, that this is definitely the strongest chamber I've ever been involved with. So I go to a lot of these vendors. And I missed where the mayor, sir, was that? Oh, sir, I mean, I've been to some of these events, and your community, it's really great doing business here. And even when I talk about law enforcement cooperation, it's just a great city. I'm sitting with the city administrator over there, and it's just a great city to do business with, and I really appreciate the customers in the Hudson community here. It's been great for Jerry's. And yeah, I'll just say I've never been to such a strong event and strong chambers as this. So, lastly, I just want to say thank you. Jerry's Enterprises really appreciates the people of Hudson and our customers. Me being with Jerry's for 32 years, I've worked at almost all of our 24 stores. And actually, I've ran County Market here for a couple years back, and the customers and the businesses here are so great. It's a great place to do business, and we're really thankful for the customers here. And I think because of a lot of people here is why Hudson thrives where other communities maybe don't, is because of the businesses and customer base, and it's just great. So I just want to thank everyone here, thank Mary, thank the customers, and thank the businesses in Hudson community for the recognition of this award, and I hope everybody stays warm tonight, and thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Bryce and County Market. If you haven't tried their sushi, it's incredible. To present the next award, the Manufacturer of the Year Award, please join me in welcoming Sherry Coltrane with Philip Metasize, a Moltex company, to the podium.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. I'm just going to move this up a little bit here. I'm honored in presenting the Manufacturer of the Year Award. This award is presented for a company's sustainability and practice, how they have contributed to the vitality of the businesses in the community and the community outreach. This manufacturing business was founded in 1962 in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. It has grown to 49 locations and 10,000 employees. This business exemplifies what modern manufacturing leadership could look like. They not only produce high-quality, industry-leading products, but also cultivate a workplace where employees are supported, coached, and even given growing opportunities. This approach to developing talent through hands-on training, mentorship, continuous improvement practices, creates a strong, skilled workforce that benefits both the company and the broader region. This company is committed to sustaining manufacturing, including energy efficiency, emissions reduction, and environmentally mindful production. The Hudson facility opened in 2001. Its 250,000 square foot distribution center that receives sequences and ships and finished glass units from multiple glass manufacturing plants across the Midwest, including Anderson Windows. This business defines success as family, safety, teamwork, excellence, and respect. Here's just a few highlights from 2025. It provides a holiday party for the employees and their significant others, a golf outing, a St. Paul Saints game for employees and their families. It achieved the highest certification by Family Friendly Workplace. It received the Occupational Safety and Health Administration Voluntary Protection Program STAR certification for achieving the highest standards of workplace safety. The business states safety isn't what we do, it's who we are. It hosted a tour for Hudson High School students during Manufacturing Month. It proudly maintained 100% on-time deliveries for all rush orders. It was pleased to sponsor free toddler trek at Carpenter Nature Center, which offered youngsters a story time and a nice hike. It surveyed its employees to find what programs interest them the most within our communities. It held a highly successful food drive for the Hudson area backpack program, as well as a winter clothing and boot drive in our neighbor's place. This award recipient commitment to being an active, positive neighbor and defining part of their identified. On behalf of the Hudson Chamber, it is my pleasure to present the Manufacturer of the Year Award to Cardinal Glass. I would like to invite Phil Russo, the Human Resource Manager, to come forward.
Oh, thank you, everybody. If you don't see that great picture, I'm the one in front laying down. So that's what happens when you're late to the party. That's what happens. So thank you to the Hudson Chamber of Commerce, recognizing Cardinal Glass as the Manufacturer of the Year. Truly an honor. Thank you to our customer for trusting us to deliver world-class service and quality day in and day out. We'll continue to do our best and exceed your expectations. Most importantly, I want to thank our employees. Their dedication, skill, and pride in their work are what makes this award possible. They show up every day committed to safety, quality, and supporting one another, and we're incredibly proud of them. Cardinal Glass, it's a great place to work. I'm not going to repeat the things you've heard already, but thank you very much, by the way. That doesn't cover everything. Like most organizations, we have strategic objectives. Number one, be the safest in the industry. Number two, establish ourselves as an employer of choice in all of our communities so we can, by take care of our people and making their experience at Cardinal positive, life-changing, and life-lasting. So I'm a testament to that. 21 years ago, I came to Cardinal, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I had some good leaders, some good support. It let me pick my own path, and didn't think I'd be a human resources manager by any means. But any other plant we go to, you hear stories like mine, so definitely walk the walk, and it's a great company to be part of. So once again, thank you again. We're grateful to accept this award and be part of the Hudson community and the Chamber's ongoing support for local businesses. Thank you.
Congratulations, Phil. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Veith to present the new award for this year.
And I wanted to start out by giving a little extra shout out to Cardinal Glass. If you've been to Carpenter Nature Center's Wisconsin campus, the glass in that building, the bird-safe glass, was made by Cardinal. So. I had to get birds in there somewhere, right? Well, we're very excited today to present a new award recognizing a nonprofit organization in our community. This exemplary organization has a rich history going back 75 years in Hudson, with a background filled with community events, programs, and leaders who have served our community, as well as larger efforts around the world. In 1989, discussions began over the meeting time of the club, which led to some members voicing an interest in morning meetings. On March 12, 1990, the organization's board voted unanimously to sponsor a second club. The two clubs work in parallel to create a positive impact in the Hudson community year after year through joint events such as the Halloween parade and costume contest, the annual golf tournament in August, and through larger efforts such as helping to end polio around the world. In 2025, this organization continued to invest in local and global community through service projects, fundraisers, grants, scholarships, and more. Last year, the Morning Club saw its high school age club affiliate engaging more students in service, encouraging the next generation of service-minded leaders. The Morning Club's annual Taste of the Valley fundraiser helps generate awareness of numerous local food establishments through their highly attended event. On a global level, the club has an ongoing Guatemala stove project where members build stoves on site to improve the health of women and children. For a contribution, the Noon Club's Flying Flags program places an American flag in front of a business or home for 6 patriotic holidays. The proceeds benefit dozens of Hudson area nonprofits, hundreds of families in need, and several international projects. The Noon Club's River Dunk provides a platform for local nonprofits to raise critical funds. But the clubs don't just raise funds. Their members show up, do the work, and these include maintaining the Welcome Hudson sign, quarterly meals delivered to Grace Place, the new pollinator garden planted at Carpenter Nature Center's Wisconsin campus, Merry Meals, providing a free holiday meal to 250 local food insecure families, Grandview Park cleanup events, a lithium-ion battery recycling event, farm cleanup at Camp St. Croix, the Bethel Community Christmas Dinner, hosting foreign exchange students and sponsoring outbound students, Salvation Army bell ringing, back to school welcome, cards for school staff and Angel Fund support, building beds for sleep and heavenly peace, St. Croix River Fest cleanup at Lakefront Park, ongoing roadside trash pickup showing pride in keeping Hudson clean, ongoing YMCA Teen Center and skate park maintenance and support, and so much more. When it comes to giving back, the clubs give big. Each year, they give $10,000 in scholarships to Hudson graduating students and provide $50,000 in grants. Like many organizations, the club faces challenges such as an increase in needs and volunteer capacity. But the opportunity remains strong because the clubs have trusted leadership, active partnerships, and members willing to serve. Collectively, the clubs have invested millions of dollars back into the community, fostered international service partnerships, and upheld their motto, service above self. On behalf of the Hudson Area Chamber, it is my pleasure to present the Nonprofit of the Year Award to Hudson Rotary Clubs, and I invite Carrie Rice and Isaac Grover to come forward to accept the award.
And we invite all Rotarians to get on up here. We're going first.
I was going to introduce them all, but there's too many of them.
There's too many. All right, you go first, mister.
I will.
Will this hold us?
Everybody jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Since 1951, the Hudson Rotary Club has been a pillar of this community. And since 1990, our partners at the Hudson Daybreak Club have amplified that strength. For 75 years, the beneficial impact of these two clubs has been immeasurable. Whether it is through our longest running traditions like the Halloween Parade, or the newest milestones like the St. Croix River Dunk and Taste of the Valley, we have done more than raise millions of dollars. We have transformed thousands of lives.
Thank you, Isaac. As you can see, my fellow Rotarians standing here, you see a diverse group of leaders bound by one simple standard, the four-way test. We seek the truth. We build friendships, goodwill, and we ensure that every action we take is beneficial to all concerned. If you believe in service above self, we invite you to join us. We aren't just a club, we're a legacy, and we're looking for the next generation of leaders to help us write the next chapter. So now, on the count of 3, I invite all the Rotarians here and any of the rest of you here to join me in the presidential message of Unite for Good that drives us this year. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Unite for Good!
If anyone would like a member packet, please see Isaac or Carrie.
Or me.
Congratulations, Hudson Rotary Clubs. Please join me in welcoming Mark Garrity to present the Community Volunteer of the Year Award.
Thank you. Good evening. I wore my Rotary tie. It has a lot of flags on it. So good evening. I am so honored to give this award. And in 2013, the St. Croix Bike and Pedestrian Trail Coalition was created and at an organizational meeting at the home of Ben and Susan Heiser. And at their kitchen table, the organization was formed and has continued on since. And it's held together by our honoree tonight, Susan Heiser. Susan is the glue that keeps the organization going, tells us all where to go, what to do, etc., and takes the notes beautifully. And since that time, she has had to work closely with the state of Wisconsin, state of Minnesota, counties of St. Croix, Washington, townships of St. Joe, Hudson, etc., in order to make sure that what could be created in 2013 as it was being built was the Loop Trail. And some of you may have participated in that from essentially, we'll start from Holton, go through Stillwater, come back to Holton. It's a wonderful thing. She continued on with that, and as a result, was part of the dedication ceremonies in helping organize that. But she also then went on, as was starting at that time, because of timing, to help organize, seek funding on behalf of the Pedestrian Trail Coalition with St. Croix County, and see to it successfully that a new bike and pedestrian plan was laid out for the entire county on March 17th of 2017. She worked tirelessly for regarding the purchase of and organization of what we became known as the Trestle Project, which we've been working on now for 9 years, with the which is the trestle located on Lake Malilu at the confluence of the St. Croix and the Willow River, which was owned at that time. It was a 100-foot strip, old railroad line dating back to 1873 that was for sale at that time. We worked very hard to try to come up with a plan, concepts as they are, of what to do to try to build a park with a trail that would connect the city of Hudson and the village of North Hudson, and eventually, hopefully, connect the two interstate bridges through an off-road trail for pedestrians and bicyclists to use. In order to do that, we had to work with the Union Pacific Railroad, and eventually it was a matter of Susan came up with the idea of working with the National Park Service, because this is part of the National Scenic Riverway. She worked with the Park Service and came up with the organization, which was the River Trails Conservancy Assistance Program. She did the grant writing. She did all the writing for the purpose of getting them involved. So for the last 3 years, and we've had to reapply twice, for the last 3 years we've been meeting once each month with representatives from the National Park Service to come up with plans and concepts. And this includes plans which have been with park architects and natural working to come up with concepts to present to the village of North Hudson and the city and the county, because the property that is located down there is owned by the city, the village, county, and the township of Hudson. and to get all of them to talk together, to cooperate, and she's been just instrumental in doing that. So, we're very optimistic that something will work out down the line here. The property was purchased, though, on the 23rd of February of 2023 by a very fine gentleman, Bruce Lenzen. Bruce is a developer, and his plan is to put in residential property there, but he also has said he wants to see a bike trail. Now, this is going to mean that we have to get a bike trail with that trestle. And so as you go across the next time and you look to the west as you go across the Malibu Bridge, and you look over and you see that old trestle that's there, that's the 1873 trestle. The last train that went across that was 1978. So what else has Susan done? That we started working, and one of the things that the Trail Coalition, we came to the decision, is that the great business in this area is tourism. And tourism is just not coming and taking pictures and having good hot dogs and whatever it is. It's the way that people come and learn about your communities. And as a result, Susan was instrumental in working with the St. Croix Economic Development Corporation, and we hosted 2 seminars in 2024 where we brought together representatives from Polk, Pierce, and St. Croix counties to try to plant the seeds to help develop a concept and cooperation agreements with the communities within each county. And as a result of that, this year was formed through there is a committee now with the St. Croix County, or the St. Croix Economic Development Corporation, we meet monthly to specifically talk about what's going on in Baldwin, what's going on in Roberts, what's going on, and to be able to put together communication among all the communities within the county for the purpose of promoting St. Croix County. And it's been very successful, and Susan was the one that was really behind all of that. She's been involved with, during the leading up to, through the pandemic, the Healthier Together program through the county, worked on that, as well as working with Pathways in Richmond in forming their great system of bike and pedestrian trails. I'm skipping through some materials here to move on. I'm sorry I'm moving on, so it's taking so long. She's been involved with manning booths she and Ben, her husband, at the Chamber Expo for the last 3 years. So on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau, we present Susan Heiser with the Community Volunteer of the Year Award. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, Susan's had some major health issues. And she's working on it, and she and Ben. And she provided us with a statement. She really wanted to be here to thank you people. And so I will read the following. Mary Claire, Mark, Hudson Chamber, members and supporters. First of all, our sincere apologies, Susan, our sincere apologies for missing this wonderful event. More importantly, we consider this Community Volunteer Award to be a high, great honor. Just a few words about how we got to this point and what our perspective is. Ben and I grew up along the Mississippi River in southern Missouri, southeastern Missouri. Those growing up years, excuse my eyes, folks. Those growing up years for us on the rivers, especially in river towns, got into our DNA. The Mississippi River is quite a bit larger in southeastern Missouri than it is here. And that through all the years, we enjoyed small river towns, and that's one of the reasons we moved to Hudson. We raised our family, joined in the activities with several communities, visiting several communities in the Midwest, and we looked for connections with parks and trails, and specifically off-road trails for the safety of our family. that we continued to play in the parks, the monkey bars, going to all the various sporting events. When our kids were young, there were no off-road trails or parks or to speak of at that time, and safety was always on our mind. So, as we've appreciated the small towns that we have visited and lived in, and we have come to understand the quality of life is as a result of the parks and the trails and the need of strong support by business and the communities to support these things and the workforce that it takes for all of the families and the amenities. And the dedication that the companies put into their communities so that people can lay down their roots and support their communities. It is clear to us that the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau have a strong backing of the business community and adhere to many of these goals. We want to share this award with the many people who have worked alongside of us, and we have tried to make a difference in the Hudson area. They are numerous, and their eclectic gifts and talents have made our efforts more successful than they ever would have been if it was just ourselves. So we appreciate the prestigious honor, and we want to thank you all for all of the work and the decisions you have made to create Hudson in the area that we all love, and to the stunning vistas that we are able to view and appreciate. With such gratitude, Ben and Susan Heiser. Those of you that have ever received an email from Susan, there's always a quote at the end of it after the signature, the auto pen signature. The signature that's there. It's so strange that when I received her note, at the bottom I looked at that, and this is from David Brooks, and it says, almost every successful person begins with two beliefs. The future can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. Thank you, Susan. There's a script up here, and I'm going off script for just 1 second. I want everyone, because there's no portion in the script for this, I want everyone to stand up and give Mary Claire a clap for what we've got here. This is wonderful.
Thank you, Pete. All right, thank you so much, Mark, and congratulations to Susan. We are at our time where we present our final award of the evening. Please join me in welcoming John Potter, the 2020, what? Well, everyone knows the Potter's silent. A 2020 recipient of the Marie Blakeman Award. Please join me in welcoming John.
Thank you, Mary. Our last award of the evening has been presented since January 2000. The award is named in honor of Marie Blakeman, who passed away on December 31st, 1999, at the age of 82. Mrs. Blakeman and her husband Harry began Norlake, a commercial refrigeration company, in 1947. She served as its secretary-treasurer until his death in 1976, when she became chair. Marie was instrumental in the creation of the Hudson Memorial Hospital and the Hudson Medical Center. She served on the boards of the Hudson Memorial Hospital, the William H. Phipps Foundation, the Phipps Center for the Arts, First National Bank of Hudson, and the St. Paul Area YMCA Executive Council. She also served as a choir director at Trinity Lutheran Church in Hudson for 22 years. I had the pleasure of working with Marie for 14 years when she served as an officer and director of the Phipps Center for the Arts. This award is given in her honor to signify a life well lived in service to one's community. This year's award recipient opened a business in Plaza 94 in October 2003. This person then opened a second location in River Falls in March 2011. Its Hudson store moved to River City Center in March 2014. It took over 40 individuals working around the clock to move from a 6,000 square foot store to an 8,000 square foot store in just 2 days. Over the years, interest changed in this business, and the competition became electronics. It needed to pivot and make adjustments. In order to maintain its success, this business person needed to give customers a reason to come in, a great experience while they were visiting, and a reason to come back. This award recipient created a team that is well-trained, personable, and knowledgeable. The business also initiated on-site pet adoption events, an on-site cattery, ongoing community fundraising events, as well as animal celebrities. The pandemic prompted this business person to create an online store with over 5,000 products offered and growing. It took 4 months to get it established and functioning. The award recipient proudly offers the following support: monthly food donations to Maverick with the Hudson Police Department Canine Unit, Raider, the Hudson Police Department Facility Canine, and Rome, Aries, and Ash with the St. Croix Sheriff's Department Canine Unit. Monthly dog and cat food donations to Operation Help for the past 8 years. Coco's Heart Dog Rescue receives food and supplies donations. Volunteer staff at several events, animal transportation, volunteers at intakes, and sponsorship for many events. The business also hosts several events and fundraising events on site. In addition, it works with its vendors to support Coco's Heart with food and supplies donations, as well as sponsorships. It has been deeply committed to its partnership with Coco's Heart since 2011. In 2023, this business person teamed with Rebecca Erickson, owner of Altissimo, who established Hudson Hound Wash in 2001, which supports local nonprofits 2 to 3 times per year. Over the past 2 years, the events have generated $32,000 for nonprofits. This business partners with Pet Haven by having cats out on site in its cattery, which it supplies with food and litter at no cost to the rescue organization. This allows the kittens and cats to have more adoption interest. Over 1,200 cats have been adopted since 2014. This business person is also pleased to work with several other local organizations and rescue organizations to supply food or baskets for events whenever it can. This award recipient received the 2019 Humane Society of the United States Award for her work with Animal Folks of Minnesota for her efforts to help end puppy mills. Animal Folks works to fight cruelty and protect animals through constructive reforms of the state criminal and civil justice systems. This business person volunteers by testifying at the city level and state legislature about animal cruelty. And finally, in 2023, this business was recognized as an exemplary employer by the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development's Division of Vocational Rehabilitation for its diverse and inclusive hiring practices. It is my pleasure to announce Angel Girati as the recipient.
I think for the first time in my life, I'm speechless. I just want to thank you all. I don't do it for recognition. I do it for my passion. All of these folks right here, plus many more, carry the same passion as I do. In 2003, the best decision we made was to start our business in the city of Hudson. I've never met a community that sticks together, works together, supports each other as much as Hudson does. So we are very thankful and grateful that we are part of the Hudson community. To my husband, Al, that supports us in anything we do, very seldom sees us, but he's probably happy with that. To this bunch right here, and to many more that have the same passion as I have and Al has. They keep us going. They drive us to be better all the time. And to this girl right here. She's been by my side for 23 years. And I can't imagine a day of not going to work and being by her. We are a true team. In 2023, I said, Erica, I think we need to take a break and just be, in the events that we're already involved in. And not even like 2 months later, she turns to me and says, let's be part of the Hudson Hound Wash. Let's be part of the Hilltop Pumpkin Party. I'm like, what? I needed a break. But because of her passion, we all jumped in and did it. So, and the last thing I want to say is, as everybody else, sorry, I got dry mouth because I'm so nervous. When I was asked to be part of the board in, 6 years ago, I said no. I wanted to run. That is not who we were. We were always in our own thing, taking care of the organizations that we were with. And she kept asking. And of course, you can't say no to Mary Claire. So, the best 6 years of my life. I see her passion, and it makes us have more passion. I see her loyalty. I see how much she really cares about each and every one of us and that we succeed. So, thank you, everybody.
Okay. Skip along. Well, I truly hope each of you leave inspired, encouraged, enthusiastic about what this great community provides for each and every one of us. It is because of everyone in this room Hudson is who it is today and who we will be as we continue to move forward. It takes each one of us working together to make all these things happen. And so thank you for that. I want to thank Deb and to all the board members, the committee chairs, and the volunteers for your time and dedication. And Jacob, I look forward to working with you this year. Thank you to all the sponsors of tonight's program, all the committees, the Member Celebration Committee, the award presenters. They did a great job. Let's join them in thanking them. I so appreciate their willingness to say yes when I ask them to present the awards. And again, congratulations to all of our award winners. I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued involvement and support, and I look forward to working with all of you as we move forward in 2026. Following the program, I do ask that all of the award winners meet back at the photo opportunity booth there with a chamber backdrop so that we can get your photo. And I truly do love what I do. And I truly thank you for the opportunity to do what I love to do. So thank you. So there's nothing wrong with a few tears as we thank each and every one of you. So thank you. Where was I? Yes, so award winners are going to be meeting back, and I thank you each for coming out on this cold weather. It's always on a cold night, so you know what difference? What would you do if you weren't here, right? So you'll all get home safely, and look forward to working with you as we continue to make Hudson a great place to live, work, visit, and do business. So if the day that you started your business or the day that you started working at your local business is closest to this date, you are the winner of the fabulous centerpieces donated to this event, thanks to Shelley Irk and her team as we soar into 2026. And we do have bags for you to put them in. So figure that out amongst your table. Again, go back to the photo op, and thank you again so much for joining us. Have a great night.